Salute to Lee Pike for sponsoring man in the Patreon. Any other dons out there who want to join Team YB, request content, receive daily exclusive videos, check me out at patreon.com/theyb. So we just saw there Deontay, chicken leg Wilder getting abused in sparring by Wladimir Klitschko. This is the second time in 1 month your boy the YB has exposed exclusive proprietary footage. Tell me, before everyone jumps in the comments, tell me where you have seen this footage before. No one has this footage. Not even a bit. You must put your seatbelts on, because in a few days' time, we're going to be getting exclusive KO footage of Wilder murmuring with his toes curled. That's what you're going to be seeing exclusively. I'm gonna render the audio up as well, ranch it right up so it'll be like proper loud for you, man. Yeah, listen. Like I said, earlier this month, I exposed Deontay Wilder getting chopped up, absolutely chopped up by David Haye in sparring, getting bullied all over the gaff, and it's crazy, you know, because people say LDBC, USA, Wilder fangirls say, oh man, it's not real, it's not real. But if it's not real, genuinely, if it wasn't real, if Haye and if these elite people didn't bully Wilder, why didn't he want to fight them? Why has he never sent an offer? This is what I never got. Why has Wilder never sent no offers out? That's what it comes. I'm afraid to say that's what it comes down to. There's a reason for that. There's a reason when Wilder won the belt. In fact, never mind. There's a reason why I just said then. I was just about to say. There's a reason why when Wilder won the belt in 2015, he didn't go looking for Vlad to unify. But that's not even necessarily correct. What is correct is there's a reason Deontay Wilder waited until the WBC title became more or less vacant, because he could have fought Vitali. Yeah, Vitali retired in 2013. Wilder had been pro 5 years by then. Comparatively, AJ fought Vlad after only 4 years, for example. So if Wilder was as bad as AJ, he could have fought Vitali in plenty of time, or at least called him out, or at least, you know what I mean, set himself up for that kind of position. Not hard to do at all. Not even a bit hard to do. AJ fought for his first world title after three years, which would have put Wilder fighting for his first world title back in 2011. Instead, it took him till when? 2015. Wow! He's about a million-year-old by then. Literally, he's as old as Ortiz by the time he fought his first world title. But anyway, like I said, Wilder could have challenged or called out Vitali. That's what he could have done. Instead, he waited for Vitali to retire, and even then, he talks about, oh man, I believe in myself. I've always been the baddest. Well, if you've always been the baddest, why did you chase a pretty much vacant title? And don't tell me about Bermains Deverne and Chris Arreola. But that's how mad these people are, you know. If you follow these mad Deontay Wilder fans, they will literally tell you, they will literally rant and rave about how great Wilder versus Bermains Deverne is. Oh man, I fought people at Bermains Deverne and I've beat people at Bermains Deverne. That's what they'll tell you. They'll flat out tell you Wilder vs Bermains Deverne is a wicked fight. In fact, never mind them, Wilder himself comes out and rants and raves about it. He no word of a lie. If you listen to some of Wilder's recent interviews, he'll sit there and tell you that fights like Wilder vs, the fact he's fought people at Bermains Deverne, that proves he's fighting the high risk and low reward fights. That's what he says, word for word. Don't even take my word for it. Wilder out of his own mouth will cite people like Ortiz and Bermains Deverne as fights which prove he's not ducking the big ones. That's how deluded these people are. Anyway, like I said, why is it Wilder didn't call out, didn't send no offers to the Vitali, then didn't chase Vlad? There's different routes you can go. For example, Tyson Fury, to his credit, the reason Tyson Fury rates a lot higher than Wilder, in my opinion, is the fact that, guess what? When Tyson Fury was around, in fact, Tyson Fury started his career more or less the same time as Wilder. The difference is this. When Tyson Fury was on his way up, he didn't try and chase a vacant world title. He said, I want Vlad. And that's why I rate Fury. Yes, we've had our ups and downs over the last few years, but still, that's why I rate him, because he always said, I want Vlad. Vlad smells sweet. I've got Vlad's number. And that's what he did. That's a man who truly believes in himself. He wanted Vlad. He didn't want to nick a belt. He didn't want to, oh, let's wait till Vitali retires and let's try and nick a belt. No, he didn't want that. He believed in himself. He believed he had Vlad's number. Where is that belief from Wilder? Now, don't get me wrong. Wilder will talk about that belief. Oh, man, I'm anointed by God and I believe in my... He'll talk it, but he won't walk it. He waited for Vitali to go, and then, when Wladimir was knocking around, he went the other route. He went WBC route. He went easy route. And is it really surprised now that after he won the belt in 2015, he has not had one unification? And in fact, to this day, since that's ironic saying, to this day, Wilder's only ever made one offer for a unification fight, and that was the whole $50 million, which we know was a complete joke. And it's an embarrassment that I even call it an offer. But that's even the scary thing is that was his only offer, and look how bad it was. The only reason I brought it up was because it's literally, he actually mentioned the words. I'll give him credit for mentioning the words, even though he refused to negotiate and refused to have a meeting and refused to send a contract, etc., etc. Still, I'll give him credit for that, because there ain't no other credit. He hasn't even fake offered people before. He didn't fake offer Vitali. He didn't fake offer Joseph Parker. He didn't fake offer Charles Martin. People are talking about now. If Wilder's going to be fighting for the IBF title if AJ vacates it. What makes you think that? Because Wilder didn't want to fight Charles Martin when they were in the same camp back in 2016. So don't tell me about how Wilder's going to be fighting Pulev. Please don't. Yeah. There's a reason for all this. And to be honest, I think Wilder probably beats Pulev. But, historically speaking, why did Wilder never call out Joseph Parker? Why did he never call out Martin? People say things like, Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua paid more. Well, no, AJ paying more has nothing to do with you making an offer. Does that make sense? Even if AJ did ultimately win that unification title, why didn't Wilder put his cards on the table and say, you know what, yeah, we might get outbid, but I want to at least put my cards in there. Because maybe, for example, Charles Martin may have decided, you know what, Wilder's an easier fight for me, and I want to see if I can unify against Wilder, as an example. Why not put your hat out there? I don't get that. Because from Wilder's team's point of view, they wouldn't know that AJ was going to offer more. Well, they would, but still, you see what I mean? They wouldn't know about the particulars. So why not go out there and do that? The only reason you wouldn't do that is if you're too happy fighting people like Eric Molina and Gerald Washington. Because even to them, Charles Martin is a step up to them, man. I don't care what no one says. Charles Martin would box Eric Molina's head clean off for him. No doubt. Anyway, back to this. I've gone on a tirade there, but it's all relevant. And because ultimately, the reason why Wilder didn't... What explains... Why would Wilder win a belt? Or why would Wilder not try and chase Vlad? This is why Wilder would not try and go the WBA, WBO or IBF route on his come up. He thought, you know what, I know, after this sparring session in 2000, whenever it was, after this sparring session in 2011, I know I cannot go in there with this man. That's why I'll avoid WBA, WBO and IBF belts. I'll go my own little way, the little easy way against Chris Arreola and Romain Stavern. That's why he decided that. So if you can disprove anything I'm saying, please show me the evidence of it. Wladimir Klitschko got bullied in this session, as we've just seen him there. Vlad's bashing him all around the ring, bullying him. I haven't even seen Wilder for a shot yet. I think he's getting bashed all around the ring. Yeah, that's what's been happening there. Completely bullied from left to right, like nobody's business. Yeah, this is what you call it. I almost felt bad, you know. I've never seen a man get bashed around the ring so bad before. For truth be known, it's proper like a. he's getting treated like a naughty child in there. Yeah. I feel like ringing the... What's that child? I feel like ringing the NSPCC and saying, listen, there's some footage of... there's footage of a child getting bullied online, yeah? Some NSPCC thing out here. Deontay, NSPCC, Wilder, yeah? What's that abuse line? So if anyone got a link to it, I can't remember the number. Anyone who has the child abuse link line, please put it in the comment section below, because someone needs to call in and report some deep abuse going on here. Wilder's getting mugged off all over the ring. Look at him getting bashed. Well, we noticed that in all the footage we see, you'll always notice Wilder's either backing up or he's in the corner, or he's always getting bashed up. People can say, oh man, it's the editing, and oh man, it's the edit. That's what you wish it was editing. If it was really editing, yeah. Let's say, for example, let's say it is the editing. Let's say Wilder was the one getting the better in the sparring. Let's assume that's the case. You're right. Dillian White's lying, Johnny Nelson's lying, Tyson Fury's lying, everyone's lying, and Wilder was the one who's the big bad bull wolf. Okay, so Wilder was the one who won all the sparring. In fact, let's assume that Wilder knocked out Vlad in sparring. Why would he not have been hunted? Why, when you won the belt, would you not have been talking about unification? Why, when you won the belt in 2015, was your manager quoted as saying, "Oh, well, unification? No, he a little baby." Why would that be? That make no sense. The only way your manager would call you a little baby is if Vlad treated you like a little baby in sparring. And lo and behold, that's what I love. But that's why I love talking about Wilder so much, because you can always, his actions, they always line up perfectly with what I'm saying. There's never any contradiction. A contradiction would be, well, wait there a minute, YB. You're saying he got schooled in sparring, but look, he wanted Vlad. He don't even want Vlad now. No one ever lie. I remember last year, yeah, this time last year, when AJ was sending the 50-50 offer to maybe about 9 months ago now. It's about April time. April last year, 2019. Deontay Wilder was asked, Vlad, the whole Vlad coming back question was going round, and the reporter said to him, "Wilder, will you fight Vlad?" And Wilder said, "Oh man, Wladimir Klitschko gonna have to prove himself." And I was like, wow, this man don't want it. You see what I mean? So not only did you duck him when he was bashing it, when he had the belts, now he's 50 million years old, and you're talking about how he needs to prove himself. Well, wait there. Why didn't Ortiz need to prove himself? Why didn't Dominic Brumzeel need to prove himself? Someone please explain to me. Explain to me what Luis Ortiz did to prove himself. Who did he beat? Are you serious? There's another point. That proves the fact that Wilder, even to this day, 44 years old Klitschko, when asked, will you fight him if he comes back, Wilder's talking about he needs to prove himself first. Does that not tell you everything you need to know? In fact, anyone who's rational, it does. This man's scared to his boots. Because even if he was scared, why don't Wilder just say yes? But he can't. He can't lie to himself. The deep childhood fear inside him, he's scarred. He can't, like, it's almost like, what's that saying called? It's got that thing where when prisoners get kept, I forgot what it's called now, but basically there's a saying where when prisoners get kept, they kind of fall in love with their captor. Yeah, that's what Wilder's got. He can't ever call Vlad out because he's too scared of Vlad turning up and turning him over and giving a good whooping and whacking and splitting them cheeks for him, splitting them skinny little thin little chicken legs cheeks. Listen, Wilder knows that Vlad told Wilder, said, "Wilder, if I ever hear it, don't ever mention my name, then I'm gonna split your cheeks." And Wilder was like, whoop, and he realised that point. Vlad told him, "Listen, if you ever mention my name, if you ever call me out, then I'm gonna split them cheeks the same way I did in sparring." And that was the end of that. That's why even now, 44-year-old Klitschko, Wilder don't want it. He knows not to do that, otherwise he's gonna get folded over in sparring again, bent clean, holding his ankle style. Yeah. Wladimir Klitschko made Deontay Wilder hold his ankles in sparring, and that was the end of that. Bent him right over the rope. Simple as that.